Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to day 58 of me journaling my journey to becoming profitable and the best version of myself. It's Wednesday of the second week of April, and things are still not going too well this week. But today I have a completely different mindset, and the emotions that I feel today are completely different that I have felt the past 2 days. And I just want to dive into that today and just go over what has been going on and what I just been thinking this entire day, and the mindset shift that I kind of had these past 24 hours, because honestly my head has been so full and just jam packed with just emotions and rage, and I wasn't completely sure where to put them, but I feel like I had a lot of time to just be with myself and think a lot, and I feel like I've calmed down a little bit, and just the way today went, it's giving me also a bigger picture on everything. So today we ended up losing, and I just want to go over the trade I ended up taking and why I ended up taking it. And thank God I'm going over the New York session today, guys. I traded the New York session during school. I said I'm done with Asia, and I am done completely with Asia. Don't ever want to go back to that session ever again. So we're going over the New York session today and what I ended up taking, and just going back to the OG days, which is literally just like the days of last week, which was just heaven for me. But anyways, going to the New York session, as always, I was just waiting for a manipulation, either highs or lows. And New York session shot up, as you guys can see. This is the 930 candle right here, this black candle. And we shot up and we swept liquidity. And I was like, okay, cool. Just wait for an inverse fair value up to the downside, and I'll take a trade. So I scaled down to the 1 minute, and boom. We have a nice bullish fair value gap. We had really strong displacement. So, as I trade, I took this short. But it did not end up working out. And my big mistake for today, which I'm going to learn from and never make again, hopefully, was I did not pay attention to this data wick, which I did pay attention to. As New York session was opening up, I was hoping that we would just ignore this and just push up higher and take out this high. And I just ended up being liquidity today. We ended up getting the inverse fair value gap. I took this, targeting a 1-on-1 risk reward down to these lows. But price decided to just shoot up, stock me out, and go up for these highs. And from here, even though there was no 1 minute entry, there was this 2 minute trade to take, 2 minute inverse. So as you guys can see, this is the trade I took of the 1 minute, the 1 minute, the trade I ended up taking today, right here, which I'm not sure. No. Okay, yeah. Anyways, this is the trade I ended up taking. For some reason, on my platform, we didn't take out those highs, but on TradingView, we did take out those highs. I think this is the highs that we ended up sweeping, and this is the trade I'm taking right here off the inverse fair value gap. But these are the data highs that price eventually came up and inversed, and even though there's not a 1 minute to take, there was this decent 2 minute trade to take right here. And price, I probably would have entered here and targeted these lows, which price still didn't really, price never reached it. But I don't know what would have happened, or I would have targeted these lows. Let me see. If I would have shorted here, put my stop loss like here, would this have been oh yeah, I would have got 1-on-1 really quick. Yeah, I could have. This trade would have ended up working out for me, and I would have got my winning day. I could have even put my stop loss here, and I still would have got my 1-on-1. But anyways, it is what it is. We made that mistake today. We ignored data high, but the entire session was just overall super, 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 super bullish. Like, this is insane. I was not expecting this at all. New York session usually like this uptrend, like, super rare for New York session to do this. Like, I mean, it just today was just a. I mean, nah. Hold on, let me take that back. Like, yeah, like I expect something like this from New York session, but today it was just something different. Like, crazy bull run and just crazy, just legs up. And look at this trend. Like, it looks fake almost. Like this just looks fake. Like, it doesn't even look real to me. But anybody who took longs today, they ended up absolutely printing. And I was looking. I was like, would have I gotten an opportunity to long? And I mean, we kind of got a manipulation. We kind of got this sweep right here, but not the manipulation that I look for. This is just super clean to me. Like, this is probably what I should have waited for. I should have waited for data highs to get swept, and then I should have waited for my inverse off of that. But since we just ended up taking out these highs, I thought, like, I didn't know if we were gonna come up to these data highs or not. I thought we could have just pushed down to these lows and then take out data highs, but that wasn't smart of me. I should have just been more patient and waited for these highs to get taken out. But it's already 9:40 by this time, and my class period ends at 9:45. So I literally have from 9:30 to 9:45 to trade, kind of in peace in class, because my period ends at 9:45, and then from there it's just kind of ruined, and I won't really be able to look for and find an entry. So I mean, that I feel like that also is gonna be. I feel that's also gonna play a small role in my trades. Like, I'm probably not gonna be able to be as patient as I want to be, because I really only have like 15 minutes to execute. But judging off last week, I was taking my trades in the first like 5 minutes of market open, and I was done by like 9:40. So technically, I should be fine, because this is what I look for. I wait for the manipulation and then the inverse and then target lows. It's just in this case, I should have just waited for the data highs to get swept before taking any trades. But it is what it is. And the main thing that I want to say is, and we ended up losing $588. But despite me losing today, I did not feel I did not feel as horrible and as upset and as anxious and just depressed as I felt yesterday and the day before, because I traded New York session, the session that I love, the session that I am just the best at. I traded my favorite session. I traded the session that I understand the best. I traded my strategy. I followed my rules. I stayed disciplined. Um, I followed my risk management. I feel good about myself. And even though the trade today I took could have been better, it had clear technical analysis behind it. And I made a mistake by not prioritizing data highs, but I got to learn from it, and everything just makes sense to me. I feel good about myself, and I feel happy of where I'm at when I understand everything that's going on, and everything happens for a reason. Aza session just does what it wants, and super hard to understand because it has a mind of its own, and it doesn't follow it doesn't just move how Nasdaq usually moves, and it's not for me at all, and I don't get it. And it's not an index that Nasdaq is not an index that moves during the Aza session the way it should be. So I'm just happy that I got to just step away from that and enter trading back to Nasdaq, even though there are some downsides to it. But I'm just happy because I did everything that I possibly could, and I did not. No, I didn't do everything I possibly could. I could have done better by waiting for data highs, but I just had a plan. I executed, and I feel like I just did pretty good, and I'm happy with myself. Now I'm definitely gonna de-risk. I was doing one mini, but now I'm probably gonna do like 7 to 6 micros, because we don't have as much risk to work with. We had 1.5K, but now we have 940. So it's going to de-risk. I'm going to risk less and still go for those one-on-ones and just try to get those base hits and get my winning days. But I'm not as upset. And I took a second to step back. I was like, okay, the end of March was also really a tough month for me. But we ended up strong with we only had 2 accounts that were on the verge of being blown. We passed an account, and our goal was to print and do really well during spring break weekend. And that's what we did. That week, we did super, super, super well, went 5 for 5, and got a 1.5K payout. Now, I have around 1.8 to 1.9K in my bank account. I have one live account with about $1,000 in it. And now I understood the mistake of me trading A's a session. So I have almost $2,000 in my bank account. I have a live account with $1,000 on it. And I have the knowledge to make this work and do really well for myself. And I have I still do. I'm not saying I still do. I have so much anxiety and this pressure and this weight on my shoulders that I'm not sure why it's there. And I just have the anxiety and the fear of not succeeding. Honestly, that's what it is. I have the fear of not succeeding and not making this work. And that's literally just my biggest nightmare, is just not making this work and living the life that I'm so afraid of just. And it sounds I feel like it almost sounds arrogant to say, but it's not. It's just I'm afraid of just living the ordinary life of getting a 9-to-5 job and slaving away for the rest of my life. Honestly, that's my biggest fear, and I'm trying my best to stay away from that as much as I can, and pursuing this at a young age and just trying to do well for myself. And I feel like I am doing pretty well for myself. Like, some people will tell me like, oh my God, like, you're doing great for yourself and for your age. But honestly, myself and the way I think of it, I truly don't think I'm doing good enough at all. I feel like I have so much more potential and I could be doing way better. And some people will tell me like I'm putting too much pressure on myself and I'm trying to be perfect, and it's not possible to be perfect in trading, but I'm just truly trying my best to be at that level of just doing well enough to just succeed. And I just want to see consistency, and I just want to slowly scale. Just make more money in payouts, get more accounts, pass more frequently, pass more consistently, get payouts consistently, and just have a flow and be in that flow and that motion. And just be confident. And after today of just me trading that New York session, and even though I got stopped out, I did not feel as bad as I did the past 2 days. And I realized it's because I'm trading the New York session. I have conviction behind my trades. I have a technical analysis that I could follow. I have a strategy. I know what I'm looking for, and I have a reason for why I enter my trades. I have a reason for where I put my take profit. I have a reason to where I put my stop loss. I have structure and reasoning behind what I do. A's session, I feel like I'm just going in blind and just trying to use discretion, and I'm just trying to put the pieces together without an idea of what I want to see because of how unpredictable it is. So I realized the big difference, and I genuinely feel better about myself. And I realize it's because I feel like I'm in control. When I feel like I'm not in control and I do bad, I just lose it because I can't work with that. And I thought to myself, I'm like, the person that I'm going to be in the future, the successful person, the person that's living the life he loves, the person that's making the money he wants, the person that's free, and the person that can just enjoy life, do what he loves, and just the image of the person that I want to be in a year or two or whatever, just the future version of myself that I'm aspiring to become, and I know that I will become that person. Is that person trading A's a session without a structured plan to go into the session? No, he's probably not doing that. And that person, I know that person, he has a lot of free time and he doesn't have anything in his way of trading the New York session. And I feel like I can more become that person once I'm done with school. I know on summer break, I'm going to have a great summer. And I feel like it'll be a big breakthrough in my trading, and I'll be doing a lot better for myself. And also, when I'm done with school next year, that's going to be a big breakthrough as well, because then I'm really going to be done with school and I can just focus on this and just give it my all. But right now, I'm just doing everything in my power to make this work. And I just have to step back and realize that I'm honestly in a better position than I think I am. And I'm just doing better. I'm better than I did. I'm in a better position than I was last month. And last month I was in a better position than I was the month before that. And the month before that, I was in a better position than I was the month before that. So I am slowly improving, and I'm getting better and bigger results, and my bank account is slowly growing, and I'm getting more knowledge, and I'm getting more discipline, and that all comes from just consistency and control and just understanding what you're doing. And that's so important. When you feel like you're in control, you're not as stressed because you understand everything that's going on and you have a plan. And I realized in trading, you have to be super strict, have to be really disciplined, have to be really patient, and just have to be relaxed. And I get all of that. I get all those trades during the New York session. I have a really clear structure and plan going into every single session. And it's a lot easier for me to be disciplined because I know what I'm looking for. In the Asia session, all of those characteristics go out the window because I have no structure. I don't have much of a plan. And it just brings a whole bunch more of it. Just I already have anxiety and just fear at the moment. And that just 10 times and just feels so much worse when I'm trading Asia session because I don't have that structure and control and just the mindset that I need to be successful. So, even though today went bad, in the case of me not making money, I feel better about myself than I did yesterday and the day before that. And for that, I'm truly blessed and grateful. And I think with time, my psychology, my mental will just keep getting better. But anyways, I feel like today was a big learning moment for me, and I'm glad it happened. But anyways, let's go over chapter 23. It says, you outwardly appear righteous to others, but within you are full of hypocrisy and lawlessness, which is ironic because, right now, a lot of people may seem righteous and they may seem like this person that they are and that they're so successful, they're so kind, they're such an amazing person. They have so much going for them. But in reality, they might be hypocrites, not showing their true persona, not showing their true results, not showing who they truly are and the position that they are, and what it really takes to get to the point of where they want to be or where they are at. And so, in all, I'm just trying to say, just be righteous and be the person that you want to be in real life and on the inside as well. And just be true and show your true colors and just be the person that you want to be and just don't fake anything. And that's what I'm trying to prioritize as well. I'm being 100% transparent with you guys. I'm literally showing you guys my all-time lows, my losses, my wins, my ups, my downs, my really, really, really low downs. Like, I'm showing you guys everything because I want to show what it truly is like to try to be successful with trading at such a young age and the pressure that comes with it, the anxiety that comes with it, the emotions that come with it, the failures that come with it, the wins that come with it, just everything, the whole entire journey. And I know I'm gonna be so grateful for myself when I make it, and who knows how long it takes. I really feel like I'm close to that point where things are switching. I feel like this is the switch, and you have to switch it. And I feel like I was like here, and I'm at the point, like I'm like the halfway point, or like more at the halfway point where things are starting to like get and start, like things are coming together, and I'm starting to make money. But I just need that final switch that fully just shows the other side of trading that everybody's trying to aspire and reach. But that's just gonna come with time and consistency, and I'm gonna just keep on putting in the work, and everything will end up working out. And I just need to spend more time with myself and my thoughts, and calm myself down, and realize that I should be grateful for the position that I'm in. And yeah, but anyways, I hope you guys are doing amazing. Hope you guys get something from these videos. Hopefully it helps some of you guys out. It definitely helps me out. I rewatch these videos and I actually take my own advice. But, if I'm able to help somebody out that's in the same position as me, that would be amazing. But anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next video. I hope all you guys are doing amazing, and, conquer your emotions.